Hi guys, it's Jasmine Brooks live inside the control center tonight, and this is 21 Next. We have some storm damage to report on tonight, so I want to bring in Chief Meteorologist Tom Russell and Maxine Rose, who is out in Dauphin County reporting. Maxine, let's start with you. Where are you? What are you seeing?
Okay, so we are at the intersection of Berry Hill Street and South 17th Streets. So it's back open now, actually, as of probably 10 minutes ago. And what we saw earlier is crews working for hours after a tree, as you can see, a huge tree fell on, the shed there, but also the car. There were a few cars that were out there, one receiving kind of the brunt of, the damage there of the ways you can see there. They're trying to remove the tree off of the car. And also we learned, that another neighbor, it was, their car right across the street that had also been hit as well by the tree coming down. He smashed their windshield. There's a dent in their car. I mean, you can just look at how much damage there is there. It's just
massive tree too. Massive.
Tom, so explain what kind of weather we were dealing with and how this all played a role.
So the cold front came through as we went through the day today, but it was really more about these squall lines as they came through. Depending on what time you were outside, the wind's whipping, the rain's going. I'm sure Maxine experienced this. And then that would pass and you'd have sunshine and actually the winds would die down. And it was actually a pretty decent time in between these squalls. So basically it was a setup where each of these squalls as they came through caused these winds. We're talking winds of 40, even 50 miles per hour. You look at the damage there with that tree, easily a 40 mile per hour wind. Fortunately, the leaves aren't really on the trees. It would have been a lot worse if the leaves on the trees would give something for the winds to push against. It could have been a lot worse. But yeah, this was finally a pretty nasty situation with these gust of winds.
Are we out of the wind advisory yet?
Well, the wind advisory expired officially at 8, but we're not out of the winds by any means. Tomorrow, we're still going to, even here now, 20 to 30 mile per hour west winds. We're not going to see those 40 or 50 mile per hour gusts, so you're not going to see this kind of damage, but you get a persistent 20 to 30 mile per hour wind, and it can still do some damage. So, yeah, we're going to still be windy tomorrow.
All right, and Maxine, I know you were talking to some of the neighbors affected. What was the reaction?
Well, obviously shock. Right. You never expect something like this to happen in your neighborhood. Even if you have big trees around you, especially something like that. Right. You think
they're solid. Right.
They're solid. Right. They're not going to do anything. So we heard a lot of that. But also, what you were talking about, Tom, kind of this like off and on. You said something like that in your live as well, your Facebook live, talking about the rain, the sun, coming in and out all day long. And so people here were kind of like, okay, we're seeing some weather, but then all of a sudden a humongous tree comes down from, awful. But I guess the most surprising part of all of this is that this is not the first time it's happened to this neighbor. So that car that you're seeing there, the owner of that car, this is the second time that this has happened to them with the same.
Girl, you're skipping the lead. You're kidding me.
I'm sorry, I know, but I have to say, it's like I can't not say it. It's literally, it's just so crazy to me.
That happened to them before.
In the same location? You're talking about the same house?
Yes, in Harrisburg, Berry Hill Street. Yeah.
Wow. We've had these kind of storms come through in the past with these gust of winds, and they really do some damage like that. And we have a lot of old trees, and this is the result. And sometimes that branch is ready to go, whether it looks sturdy or not. Underneath, it may not be. So, that's too bad.
Maxine, are they all cleaned up now?
We're kind of parked a little bit around the corner. From what I can see, I mean, like I said, they opened up the street. So we're going to check in a few moments here as we get out and prepare for our live at 10. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty clear, but they were, again, out here for hours.
Did it hit power lines? They have power in that area?
They have power. Yeah, I don't think, no one said anything about that. And I didn't see any power lines down, but I know, Tom, that's been an issue in some of our areas.
Many spots, many spots.
Yeah.
All right, Maxine, we'll see you live at 10 and 11. Thanks so much. And Tom, we'll see you as well. Thanks.
Okay.
All right, let's get to some more shocking video, this time on the highway in Cumberland County. And there was a ton of smoke in the sky, all from a tractor trailer. Actually, it was hauling concentrated juice. Fun fact. But check out this fire. It was massive. Basically, the tractor trailer fire was near Newville, if you're familiar with that area, Newville, Cumberland County. And so it was around 1:30 this afternoon. And so it crashes. It's totally just, you're going to have to watch commercial for a second, but trust me, it's worth staying with us because the video is crazy. But yeah, so it's totally destroyed there. The fire started around 1:30. PennDOT tells us no one was hurt. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but it was so big and it destroyed the trailer. So you're going to see soon this trailer is just destroyed and the fire is big and the smoke is black and it's up in the sky. And it was definitely causing a jam today on the roadway near Newville. But look at this video captured from a driver's point of view. So you can see the flames, the black smoke, and as you get closer to the tractor trailer, it is just ruined. But yeah, it was carrying juice. Just thought you'd like to know that. That's that. You can check out the full story at cbs21.com. Meanwhile, we want to talk a little bit about what has been the top story in the news for days now. The governor's residence, of course, you know, being set on fire from alleged arsonist who's now under arrest. But we're talking about specifically charges here that could be filed when it comes to Cody Balmer. He is charged. Look at these pictures, by the way. I mean, absolutely insane. There's the governor right there. But Cody Balmer is already charged with attempted murder. He's already charged with terrorism. But what they're trying to decide is, could he face ethnic intimidation charges? That is basically Pennsylvania's version of hate crime charges. So that is the question now that the Dauphin County District Attorney is contemplating. And it all stems from Josh Shapiro's Jewish faith. So will this be tied in? We are going to see that. Can we end on a light note so we can all smile? Easter's around the corner if you're celebrating. Easter baskets are filled with candy a lot of the times, and Peeps are a staple. And if you know this, Peeps are a Pennsylvania thing. I mean, they are made in Pennsylvania, specifically Bethlehem, right? So there they are. I like to eat the heads first, or I just bite them right off. I love Peeps, and I do believe that Peeps need to be in the Easter basket. Some people absolutely hate Peeps. So I would love to know. Comment below if you love Peeps or if you hate them. But here, whether you love them or hate them, right? They are such a staple. And also, 2 billion Peeps a year are made. 2 billion with a B. And so that's that. They're iconic. They're made in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And that's kind of like a fun little fact there. 5.5 million Peeps a day are made. Wild. All right, so that's that. That's CBS 21X. Give us a like, follow us, subscribe, do all the things. We want to give you your news and weather every single night. You saw Maxine live. We're reporting on the storms as they happen, and plus giving you some really great video of the day that you have to see. And we'd love you to interact with us, so please make sure that you're subscribing to our channel. That's 21X. I'm Jasmine Brooks, and I'll see you next time.